All right, let's do this. We got the braids out, the little 360. You know what the vibes are. Here we are. Got a week. I don't even know, but we about to find it out. I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, so this is a long one. We're recording this on a Saturday night. Low key looking kind of big. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what I've been eating, what I've been doing. I do know what I've been doing. I'll show y'all soon. But yeah, this is me. We got the new hair. Loki only had it for a week. It's kind of already messed up a little bit. I really like it. Let's get into this week. This week 7 recap. Title is Intermittent Fasting, Finding Balance. Let me lower this a little bit. Finding Balance. I got my phone right here too. Finding Balance, Universal Empathy, the 80-20 rule, the paradox of life, and God. So yeah, that's the vibes for right now. And let's get right into it. Okay, so fasting. Yeah, I've been intermittent fasting since I got back to these apartments. It's been pretty cool. And it was kind of hard at first though. And it is hard, especially when you have like a bunch of other things that people want to eat at different times, especially if you're going out. It's hard to stick to schedules when you have other people involved, but I've actually been seeing some good results from it. I feel like I lost a little bit of weight. I actually know I did. Hopefully body fat too. It gives me kind of a sense of control and helps me monitor and like prioritize my eating. And when I do eat, it feels really good because like I haven't had it in a while. Like right now, I mean, I guess I'm on some coffee and water, but I haven't really eaten in like 4 hours and I feel great. So yeah, what is intermittent fasting? So I heard about this, but I didn't really start doing it until I saw some of my roommates doing it, aka my roommate Gabriel. We're living together and sharing a lot of meals, so I thought I might as well try. And like it's been a great experience because kind of able to get all my eating in one time frame. So like I know when I'm eating, kind of. I don't have to spend time or energy eating at different times of the day, like knowing, oh, now I need to eat. It's kind of, you get it done. And yeah, you feel great. And it does a lot of good stuff for your body. I might make another video in the future about like what the exact benefits of it are. But from my understanding, it helps with like your micro gut biobacteria. I don't even know. But it helps your body like regulate your insulin. And like, essentially, I think it just is really good for saying what you're gonna do, like the mental aspect, saying what you're gonna do and doing it, and also help you like get that control. Like, okay, I'm eating at this time or in this time frame. I'm not gonna eat it during other time frames. Build that discipline, but it also has a bunch of other health benefits, allowing your body to rest and recover, which I think is really good because when you have what's called food in your system, that's when it takes energy to do that, right? So when you don't have anything, that's when your cells are able to repair. That's my understanding of it. Very basic. We're gonna get into that in a different video. So yeah, my eating window right now is like 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's kind of interesting. So that means I'm eating for 8 hours of the day and I have 16 hours where I'm not eating. Most of that's through sleep though. So that's why it's like kind of easy because a lot of it's through sleep and then you're chilling. So yeah, it's a big mental thing. Helps me set up a routine, gives me some structure. I'm all about structure. I like that stuff. And so as long as I eat within that time frame, I'm good to go. I'm not overdoing it and like counting calories or anything like that, and I'm still like figuring out the positive and negative side effects. But yeah, it really empowers me, empowers myself. I recommend everyone try it. Empowers you to take control of your life. That's really what it's about. So yeah, so while like some of my, I guess, progress from this, so I guess I lost like a few pounds. It might not have all been from intermittent fasting. I'm on like a more scheduled diet right now. It's a high protein diet as well. I'm not really counting calories or anything like that, but well, I can't say it's all up to intermittent fasting. I would say it has to be part of it. You know what I mean? So it also helps like if you don't have the whole day to eat, and you only have a certain time frame, let's say of 8 hours, you're probably gonna eat less just because if you're not like snacking and stuff the whole day. I used to be a really big snacker, and I'm trying to do less of that. The other topic we got today is finding balance, and I'm kind of speed rushing this. Like I have a ton of stuff to say, but I'll try to go a little bit slower. So finding balance. Now that school started and a lot of new things like interjected in my life, trying to balance and maintain all that has been really tough. So things like classes, you have extracurricular involvements. I'm president of a club. You have sports that you want to play, hanging out with friends, eating, and finding balance. Like it's really hard, and I think building structure for that helps kind of put chaos into order. Peterson book. I was about to say Peterson. Peterson book is called like Beyond Order. I know there's one before that too. I forgot what it's called. 10 Rules of Life, I think. And yeah, so kind of my point with this, that's okay to miss a workout, but don't do it twice in a row. Like, don't build that habit in the opposite direction. You know what I mean? So try to stay as consistent as you can. It's okay to be unbalanced sometimes. Maybe you need to spend one night just doing homework, one night just having fun, or having fun, quote unquote, meaning just doing something relaxing or that brings you straight up joy and not like work, quote unquote. And by work, I just mean stuff that you wouldn't normally do for fun. So yeah. And I definitely like I'm a big person who needs to be more balanced, but also maybe finding some balance in the imbalance, meaning I need to really prioritize things better, so that I can be balanced. For example, I need to prioritize being in the moment. So when I'm relaxing, I need to relax. When I'm working, I need to work. That's the one big thing I'm working on, is getting in the zone, getting locked in. Because when I'm relaxing, if I'm thinking about work, and if when I'm at work, quote unquote, doing things I wouldn't normally do, thinking about relaxing, it's like I'm never in the moment. I'm never actually experiencing it. So by finding that balance and experiencing everything and being balanced, that is actually what allows you to be the best you. And then it's possible like that relaxation or going off the quote unquote grinding or locked in path actually helps you in the long term, because you're able to have more energy in the long term. You don't feel burnt out. You're able to kind of feel your creativity, get new thoughts, meet new people. And it all like hopefully adds up to making you your best self or whatever your goals are. So yeah, sometimes you have to go off the beaten path to actually progress past the hurdle you're currently on. Um, so yeah, sometimes I'm able to do that where I'm really locked into something, but a lot of times I'm not. So it's a personal thing I'm working on, but I think it's really important. And not every phase of life is going to be equally balanced, honestly. Like, there's some phases, not just days, that require more effort and attention than others. So that's key to note as well, that you can't expect literally everything to be balanced, but maybe this month is going to be really busy school wise. Next month might be less busy. So when you look at it in the macro long term, when you think in weeks and months and years about the balance rather than the days, then it's much more helpful to realize that not everything's going to be perfect each day. At the same time, though, those weeks, months, years are built by the days. So it's kind of a paradox, which is one of the things we'll be talking about later. So yeah, life is a stream. I have it written here. Life is a stream, a constant flow of things trying to balance. So everything's trying to find equilibrium. So you're literally what your body does, and the world too, kind of. Universal empathy. This is a new thought I had. I'm going to coin the term right here, universal empathy. So I was riding my scooter back from my apartment one day, and I saw these kids playing at this park. And they're on the swing set. They're in a great mood. I saw the vibes. And I was zooming with my scooter, my little scooter thing. And it was cool, you know what I mean? Because I was in such a great mood, but I could also sense that they were too. And I didn't feel FOMO. I didn't feel like, man, look at them having such a great time. I wish I was like I knew how they were feeling. Like, it was good vibes. I was on good vibes too. And it's because I understood. I went through that myself. And it's really cool that I was able to relate with them. Like, I actually felt it, type of thing. Like, I felt it, you know what I mean? And that's cool. So I call that universal empathy, when you experience something or you know exactly how something is, and you're able to instantly relate just by looking at it, or just hearing it, or just by the thought of it. Universal empathy. I might come up with a different term for that. But yeah, I think the ability to understand people is an unrivaled skill. Helps you get over FOMO, feel gratitude and grounded where I am. This is something I guess I'm talking about. And I wrote this, so I'm still trying to figure out how to voice these, but still going to try to cultivate this in my life. Life is a lifelong journey. Life is a path to peace and everything else in between. I actually think that's facts. I really just want peace right now, but there's so much going on in between. To get to peace, you kind of have to go through the chaos. To get to heaven, you have to go through hell. Is that a thing? I don't know. But yeah. Dang, I wrote a lot today, guys, but we got a lot. This is cool. So yeah, the 80-20 rule. So I was with my friend the other day, and we were talking about the 80-20 rule. And the way I was describing it was interesting. First of all, like 80% of your outputs are described by 20% of your inputs. That's one way to put it. But also, it's the 80% of things. Sorry, it's the 20% of things that you do in life, or the 20% of people you're around. Actually, I'm saying this completely wrong. Scrap that. The 20% of people in your life matter 80%. 20% of people, so your small circle, your friends, close friends and family, should make up 80% of your life. So it's that 20% that should be representing 80% of your money, 80% of your energy, 80% of your time. And that's because that's the part that really matters. It's that small circle that really makes what your life is. Your community, your tribe, your circle, your friends, your family. And yeah, I wrote a lot here, but I'm gonna go off script. But I'm trying to focus on that 20%, like the things that really, really, really matter. And even making this right now, like this content thing that I'm doing, like this is what really, really matters to me at the end of the day. And this is part of that 20% that matters for 80% of my life. That's a good way to put it. But yeah, trying to get more intentional about where I'm putting my time, energy, resources, what people I'm putting those in, what pursuits, where I'm going, what I'm doing with my time. I think that's key because not everything has equal importance. Like while a lot of things matter, pretty much everything matters when you look at it, they're not weighted the same. It's like on a test, like on a school system, the tests are weighted for 60% of your grade. The assignment is worth 2% of your grade. Obviously, the tests are more important. Each one of them all add up to your grade, but you want to spend the majority of your time really locking in and focusing on that test because that is what is the highest weighted. That's going to make up most of your grade. That's what's going to make up most of your life. So I'm really trying to execute and get good at that. Yeah, I got the hunch that it takes like a whole life to master these things, the where to put your energy, where to put your time, where to put your resources. And the sooner you can figure that out, maybe the faster you can get peace. But maybe the key is to fall in love with that process of self-mastery and understanding so that you can become the best person you can. I'm kind of just saying stuff, but I think that over time, the better you get, your greater appreciation for life and greater you're able to experience life. Your level of experience goes up. That was a long one, but paradox of life and God. So yeah, God exists, guys. Like, come on, God exists. The older I get, like I see that, like I just feel it. Because I feel both good and bad energy sometimes. And it's kind of like the yin and yang, like maybe without the bad there isn't a good and vice versa. Like you need both to balance and to understand what is what. But life, like, and to go on this point, life's a paradox due to its balancing nature. So it's a couple premises I wanna point out. Even though I never took physics, the last physics class I took was in middle school. I just see physics like sometimes with like the whole mass and energy are not created or destroyed. Every reaction has an equal and opposite reaction. So yeah, like during my internship this summer, short story, I was in Atlanta and it's a decent sized city. It's homey. It's really cool. Felt especially homey to me. Saw people that looked like me, all the time, and it was really cool to see. But I just felt something, bro. Like I felt like bad vibes, bad energy sometimes, and like it wasn't the city or anything, but it was just like certain areas, certain people, and I was like, what's going on here? But then sometimes you just see people and you're like, that's good energy, that's good vibe. So kind of going on that bad and equal part, like sometimes I just feel that and see that. And so kind of my point with that is like, at least what I believe is like, I'm like, that's like God almost. Good and evil might be a better description of it, but like up to God as well. Science is like the study of God in the universe. That kind of makes sense. We're kind of just observing everything and making theories and hypotheses if you really think about it. And some more like to the paradox of this, and I'm gonna wrap this all together, I promise. But like when there's rich communities, there's poor communities. You got the moon, you got the sun, darkness and light, heaven and hell. I don't know, like things just be a paradox, bro. We might need to update this more, but these are just my thoughts right now for real. But if you look at it, you got fire and water. I guess I might just be naming opposites. The Bible, the Quran, like I don't those aren't necessarily complete opposites, but you just see things and it's very interesting to me how there's opposites, but they coexist. That's the paradox of it. You know what I mean? Like things can be opposite, contradictory, but coexist. That is the paradox of life. And I'm just trying to figure that out. It's really weird how I just see that and feel it. So yeah, I think that you can just keep going through it. while trying to make sense of it, but also understanding that it's not always going to make sense. Understanding that maybe it makes sense to not make sense. Like the understanding the paradox. I don't know. I just see it all the time. It's weird. And I challenge you guys to look for paradoxes in your life too. And paradoxes just in your workplace, in your school, in your daily life. So yeah, thank you so much for making it towards the end of the video. Time to talk a lot about working and getting more articulate and concise. This is going to be one of our longer videos. Please leave your thoughts, ideas, feedback, comments in the description, in the comment section. Not in the description, in the comment section. Thank you again for joining me on this life update. Looking forward to executing and getting these things up and going. Yeah, honestly, there'll be some, we're going off script. There'll be some more fitness content coming up soon. I'm really excited. I'm going to go to the gym later tonight. Stay tuned. And yeah, honestly, I love documenting these just to get my thoughts out each week. I already know what I want to talk about next week too, just like based on what's on my mind right now. But it's great. I'll see you guys soon. And take care. I'm Aaron Chisholm, and I'm out for the week 7, baby. See y'all in week 8.